All right. Hey folks, welcome back. Tonight we're playing Myth the Wind Age. Let's get started. Um, Real quick, so we're in the middle of a battle here. So a couple points of housekeeping. I think a couple people had abilities, but I don't remember who. Do you guys remember? Like the -1 penalty from getting poisoned.
I had not been hit yet that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I did
Okay.
not.
I feel like maybe Hilarious did, but so we'll figure that out later. Hopefully.
I believe Finn was one. These two, a couple of the ones up here were.
Are we
Yeah.
still playing that battle with those characters, or are we gonna
Yeah.
move to the other? Because
Those,
the image just on the screen was just confusing to me. I wasn't sure what we were doing.
Yeah,
We're
that's
out
what I was
front
going
with
to
the
ask. I
bastions.
think you were this particular screen. I think you've never seen it before, Ahmed. I think you were out the session we started this battle, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let
But
me.
that's Hiter, isn't it? Right. So that's
Right.
like that's a battle with the other my beta.
Right. Exactly.
Maybe somebody else's alpha. But like that's what we're playing right now. We're doing
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. So let me read you in to what's going
I'm
on here.
asking. Yeah.
Hmm.
Cool.
Okay. So Hyder. So you guys just came from the ruined city of Thar Anos, underneath the Great Devoid. You're at the foot of two staircases that ascend from the ruined underground city out onto an arid mountainside just south of the crater known as the Great Devoid. Tunnel is crowded with refugees that escaped the fall of the imperial capital city with your party. One of the armies of Majaran the Traitor, greatest of the fallen lords and wielder of the Total Codex, is arrayed on the mountain above you and the plains below, waiting for the refugees to make a break for freedom. You bend down in the tunnels amongst the refugees as the party scouts out the enemy forces, organizing parties to sneak through the ruins to gather water from the secret well the party found earlier and distributing what little food you can to the civilians. You just sat down with a refugee named Kayla, a young acolyte from the citadel of the Avatara, who says she twisted her ankle. It happened during the flight through the ruins when you were trying to escape that shadow creature down below that Hilarious later destroyed with the sun staff. As you're just sitting down to talk to her, a gaunt, red-haired woman in filthy street clothes pushes her way through the refugees to find you. You recognize her as Kath, one of the two women you helped free from Emperor Latreem's dungeon just before Hearthtaker's ash fiends overtook the palace. You notice that she's picked up a Legion arming sword from somewhere since the last time you saw her. She stoops down next to you on the hard stone floor. Her face glistens with sweat in the meager torchlight, and she has big dark circles under her eyes. Her expression is hard, unreadable, her eyes darting up and down the hallway as she approaches you. She says, "Father, they're fighting up above. I thought you'd like to know. They could probably use your help up here. Up there, rather. What do you do?"
Oh, sorry, I did that muted. I'm trying a new accent. He's making fun of me. Okay, I say, I'm happy to help, Cav. But perhaps you need some rest here and respite in order to go and fight the battle later. I'm sorry, this is awful. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm gonna try something else, but yeah, that's a start.
Cast.
So yeah, she's got bags under her eyes. She's freaking tired. There's a spell for this. Hang on, let me see. Let me see if there's a spell for this. A spell for your weary brow. Um. mm, Okay, I guess I could try a parlor trick, or just I could motivate her spirits. I say a prayer, and then I'm gonna cast Sanctify on some. I clicked it. Did it roll? The details popped up.
My display's messed
Is
up.
that
Give
what
me 1
happened?
second, guys. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Give me 1 second.
Food
I'm
or
sorry.
water you hold in your hands while you cast this spell is consecrated by your deity. Now, I don't know if I can fail that. I have to press the cast spell button, right? Like that's what I'm doing wrong. Sorry. It's an ability, right? Cast spell. Cast the spell. Okay. So I've clicked it. Did it go?
Yeah, it did.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll fix the display in a minute. Okay. You unleash a spell granted to you by your deity. Spell successfully cast. Your deity does not revoke the spell, so you may cast it again. Okay, and what is the spell that you're casting?
Sanctify.
Okay. Food or water you hold in your
Sanctify is
hand?
a spell to purify food and water. And I'm going to give her, I'm going to purify a glass jug carafe of water and some delicious pieces of pita and hummus. And I'm going to feed her or help her to feed herself because she needs a break. I take her sword and I clean it. And yes, the fighting is going on above, but for
Okay.
now I need to tend to her.
She does not want to
And
give
then
up the sword.
Yeah, I know. She's like, I'm like, I kind of pry out of her hand lovingly, as
This
I
is
speak to
no,
her.
no, thank you. No, thank you,
So
Father.
she says, I say, you must rest. Have some of this cool, holy water.
Give me like a parlay, I guess.
Okay, all right. Let me see. Parlay. What's divine guidance? Oh, no, that's petition there. Parley.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
No.
she's got
She's
like,
not experienced.
so you recognize that she has seen a lot of shit in the last couple days, and she's like clinging to the sword like this is her trophy that's going to keep her alive, and you're going to have to pry it from her cold dead fingers if you want to take it.
Understood. Well, I like feed her a piece of bread.
Okay, she takes the
Because
bread.
she can't feed herself holding the. What is she holding in her other hand?
Or nothing. She's just she doesn't have the sword out. She's wearing it on her belt.
I give her the jug of water and I give her the bread and the hummus and I tell her to eat. And while she eats, I scurry upstairs to see who I can help that is currently in danger because my alignment or my class requires me to endanger myself to heal another.
Indeed. All right.
So that means that in order to do my job, I have to go upstairs into that shit that's happening above. But at the same time, I recognize this person's tired and weary and needs a break.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And
So
she takes the bread and she does sit down for a minute. It's like you've given her permission to stop going at 100 miles an hour. And so she kind of like crashes at that point. It takes you a couple minutes to get upstairs and you're pushing past refugees the whole way up. And a lot of people recognize you, and there are a few folks that you treated or helped earlier that thank you on your way up the stairs. Up on the surface, the sun beats down harshly from directly overhead. Civilians crowd the exit up to the underground stairwell, waiting for you to clear a path for them to escape. The tunnel mouth is halfway up the side of a mountain, hidden in a deep crag that runs down to the rocky desert plain below. There are 3 battles unfolding outside. On the west side of the mountain, the Kaliach Hilaris and 2 legionnaires are shouting battle cries as they cut their way through a block of thrall. There's another block of thrall on the slope above them with some kind of shadowy creature moving in their midst. Out on the plain below you to the south, you see that the party's 2 scouts, Mira and Chip, are being overrun by a misfit band of human soldiers that seem to be aiding the fallen. To the east, you hear someone shouting. There's more fighting on the other side of the mountain. You also see another block of thrall commanded by a Solus on the southern rim of the crater above you, overlooking your position. It doesn't look like they've seen you yet. What do you do?
Well, I have to find the wounded. So where are the wounded?
Okay, you're asking around where the women.
No, I'm not asking around the wounded.
Okay,
I'm not
so
asking around. I'm looking around, right? So
the
I have according to what you're just telling me, I have kind of
yeah,
a bird's eye view right now
right, yeah,
of the stuff
um,
below, which is good. That's good. So now I'm looking around at the
oh,
clusters, right? So I look left and I look at the cluster on the
yeah.
left, and
So
I see the guys rushing through the thrall, and then I see the above the cliff there's a creature among the other thrall, and then I look
yeah,
down. But what I'm looking for, and this is like a reading of the battles and the enemies. But what I'm looking for is the people that are behind the line, that are trapped or hurt. Because like
right,
the main like burgeoning front of the battle is going to be just loaded with like, movement and insanity. But as you trace back, you're going to see things slow down, and eventually you're going to see where the wounded are, right? Like where
Yeah,
people are like triaged, or so that's where I'm headed.
okay, that makes
Wherever
that
that is.
makes absolute sense. Yeah, I guess give me a discern realities for that.
Yeah, gladly. Here we go. Mr. Wisdom. Yeah, look at that roll.
Okay,
+1 forward.
nice. All right, so I think that your question that you should be is covered under what should I be on the lookout for? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you skirt kind of. I'm gonna say if it's all right with you that you kind of creep carefully out of the tunnel and you like skirt down along the edge of the ravine until you can see across to the other side of the mountain. And you can see that there's actually Theo, Megan, and Hilaris are doing okay. Chip looks like he's getting overrun down here with the bandits, but it's hard to tell if he's wounded. These guys, though, the Legionnaires that are fighting on the east side of the mountain, you see that one of them has been paralyzed. You can give me a spout lore if you want to identify the source of the paralysis. Very hard to tell from this distance, but you could see that he's like one of the Legionnaires up on the top of the hill is standing still like a statue.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. So you don't know why this guy is just not moving, but you see that there's a goal. One of these creatures is like charging him and hacking at him, and then there's another soldier that's like struggling up the mountain. That looks like he's wounded. Sebastian. Let's see.
Not wounded or injured or anything. He's staying back far enough so far.
Yeah, Sebastian, you dodged the pus packet thrown by the goal. When you look up, Dearmid, the soulless who's in command of the whole scene, is gone. You also know there's a third goal. So you're fighting two goals. There was a third goal that had been running across the slope over here, and that one is also gone. Okay. So you're hunched over Caleb, helping him with your antidote potion, and he takes the potion and he recovers, and he gets up and looks around. He's disoriented for a second. He sees Finn's in trouble, and he picks himself up and he charges at the goals. And there's two of them. One's sort of coming down at you guys, and the other one is hacking at Finn, who's helpless and immobile, just like clinging to the side of the mountain, like frozen in place. What do you do?
Sebastian's going to back up a little bit because he doesn't want to be anywhere near actual melee combat.
Okay.
And then he will attempt to fire off some magic missiles because that's his all he has of. Sure. I will take the draw unwelcome detention.
Okay.
Lose the spell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say there is. So you cast the magic missile. Let's resolve that first. Which one are you casting at? The gold charging you guys, or the one attacking Finn?
The one that's attacking Finn, trying to distract them.
Okay. And then spell. What's the effect of the spell? Go ahead and deal your damage or whatever it says. 2d4. It says.
Yep, I'm just seeing what it. Who has some damage at 5
Let me
points.
double check real quick if that's enough to kill it.
Oh, they'd taken some damage. One of them had taken damage earlier, I believe.
Yeah, it was I guess I'll let you decide because I didn't think to ask before. Is it that one or the other one that you hit before?
I said whatever one was attacking Finn this time, so I think that was the one.
Okay,
Finn
we'll say it's the same one.
first.
Okay, in that case, you definitely kill it. So you slay this goal. You can tell from your position that Finn is bleeding. And Hyder, you can see that this one creature falls, and these two guys are fighting the other creature. And so the one guy that's kind of left behind in this circumstance is the guy that's up on the side of the mountain, paralyzed and bleeding. What do you do?
Heal. Can I heal?
From this, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is a reasonable range for your healing spells? Because you're like,
Oh, well, no, I'm not trying to. I don't know how close I am. Can I get
you're
closer? And then
you're a little
I'd like
over a mile
I'd like to
away.
skulk. I'd like to skulk. Okay, I'm gonna. It's gonna take me a while,
Yeah.
but I start a slow jog. I'm
Okay.
old,
All
but I'm
right. So,
tall.
are you gonna
Going
try to evade the notice of the thrall and soulless that are up here?
Yes,
Okay. So
it's
give
gonna be a
me
harrowing
going through
journey,
the.
like Lord of the Rings.
yeah. So give me
I'm
defy danger
guessing
decks for
go
that.
through the tunnels.
But yeah, that's the other
Possibly.
option. Yeah, you could also go back through the tunnels because there's two exits to the mountain, and the other one is much closer to that battle site.
Okay,
But
yeah,
it'll take you a little bit
I'll
longer to
take
go
that
that way.
insight.
Okay.
I'll take that insight and do that.
All right. So you're heading back through the
I'm
mountain.
on my way.
Um, you bump into the acolyte with the sprained ankle as you get to the bottom because the two stairs join at the landing at the bottom before you go back up to the other side of the mountain. And the acolyte who you were looking at before is like, "Hey, what about me? Can you heal me? I don't want to get left behind."
Oh yes, of course, and I heal him. I'm glad to heal. It is my main thing that I do. Boop.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't know what that is. Hang on. That's not my. Oh, that's not cast a spell. That's the actual. Sorry, let me try that again. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, that's the button. There we are. Casting a spell. Blia. Sorry, no healing, buddy.
Uh, okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna give you the option. I think it makes sense for you to heal narratively in this circumstance.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I think that your healing is a rote as a cantrip. Is that right?
Wait, that's a good question. Sorry. Shouldn't be a good question. What are you guys saying? Spell rote. Yes, clothe that wounds is a rote.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you sort of have a limited reservoir of it, so I'm gonna give you -1 forward to the next time you use it. But you can roll the healing.
Oh wait, no, never mind. This isn't correctly marked. They all say rote.
Oh, do they? Okay.
It might be. It might be a first. It's probably a first.
Um,
Yeah,
okay.
let me look it
So
up.
yeah.
There's a bird that's making a sound that's a little old, and I don't know if it's an owl. And it's on Sunday. Because I think I don't know. It's like it's not right. It's like or something.
Okay. So I'm gonna in the meantime I'm gonna proceed with the next thing. So Sebastian, we put you in a spot. I'm gonna give you that, and then we'll get to Chip in a second.
It is first
Um,
level. I just
oh, it is
checked.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so
I confirmed it.
I will let you lose that spell or lose another spell from one of your used spell slots if you prefer.
Okay.
Okay.
Lose another spell or lose light?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, so Sebastian, you as your casting magic missile, you're looking around, you're surveying, you saw Dearmid disappear. You also see that there is there is one of these guys sauntering down the mountain towards you. And you see this goal, the one that you lost sight of. It kind of lopes briefly up across the northern rim of this crater. You see it for like a couple of seconds as it crosses the rim of the crater, and then it disappears to the north. This block of thrall here and this soulless here start moving down to engage the legionnaires, you and the legionnaires. The soulless over here hurls a javelin at you. What do you do?
Void it.
Okay, give me a defy danger dex. Nice. Okay, you
Oh.
you nimbly avoid it. Okay, let's go to Chip. So Chip, you're getting overrun by the bandits here. It's just you and Mira against. I think there was originally 20 guys, if I remember correctly. You killed a couple of them, and you killed their warlock, which is pretty helpful. But you're getting quickly surrounded. And you find yourself like backpedaling rapidly, but it's not enough to keep them at bay. You've already got 4 guys around you, and there's like a 5th guy trying to get behind you. And then there's another whole mob of them that are rushing at Mira, who is your charge that you've been hired to protect. What are you doing? Pat, that's you.
All right. I'm fighting these dudes.
Yep.
All right. I'm on Chip, which where's Chip?
Yeah, so they're trying to encircle you and box you in basically, and they're also trying to kill Mira while they've got you busy.
All right, I'm gonna. Mira's the closest one, so I'll go back, kind of break out a little bit to, form like a little wall or whatever we do.
Okay. Are you how are you breaking away from these guys? Are you just like going at a dead run? Are you trying to be nimble or what?
Let me double check my guy again here. All right, Chip's my secondary character. Let's see. He's the one that. Oh, that's right. He is going to. What's this one do again? Command. Oh, that's the animal companion. This is Chip. He's got the bug, so he's running interference. My animal companion, which is the wasp.
Okay. Yeah, so what are you doing and what is the wasp doing?
Oh, we're breaking a hole out. So
Okay.
I guess dexterity, I guess, right?
Okay, I was gonna say that sounds like hack and slash maybe.
All right,
If you're trying to
slash.
knock somebody out. Okay. Deal your damage to the enemy. Enemy makes an attack against you. Your damage is 8. You kill one of them, but the time. How do you kill him? What do you do to him?
We sting him.
Okay, so the wasp
And stab him.
stings him. You go to backpedal, but as quickly as you kill the guy, they close the hole around you. There's just too many of them. You're surrounded. Mira plays this. I guess she's. I don't remember if she played an instrument or if she sang, but she basically, has this loud musical cry where she like screeches and stuns the guys around her, and she starts to flee back up the ravine, heading this way. They're about half of them split off and they're chasing her. And the other half are ganging up on you. You're in a bit of trouble. What do you do?
I'm gonna, let's see, what am I at here? Ooh, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to cast this, I guess. I think it's this. Here we go. So I'm going to give us protection to we're repulsive to them for a second so that we can flee away.
Oh, good move. All right. So you cast the spell. I'm gonna have one of them's gonna deal damage while you're casting the spell.
Okay.
I guess roll me a defy danger, either your spellcasting stat or like a con, to try to cast a spell while you're under such duress. As one of the guys hits you. Okay, you do it. Well done. Let me deal his damage. Okay, you take 6 damage as one of the guys slashes through your spider armor, and like you kind of deflect it halfway as you're casting the spell with your other hand, and it gets you in the shoulder anyway, and it kind of gouges you. And your movement on the I would say that on your right side is a little bit slowed because you're bleeding. But you bought yourself a little bit of space. And you get 2 of the effects, and one of them is your enemy facing them is briefly driven back. So they you I guess your wasp like glows brighter, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, when it flares up to like act as a focus.
Oh yeah, so wasp flares up, and I'm gonna say it like kind of blasts heat out at all of them, and they all like shield their faces and stagger back. And then what are you doing with the other hold?
Enemy facing them is briefly driven back. That's what I was looking for.
Yep. And then you get a second effect if you'd like.
I better take healing because I'm down to 3 hit points.
Okay, all right. So the flames heal you. Go ahead and roll your healing.
5.
Okay, and then you've got that brief opening. I suggest that you run. Are you gonna run?
I agree at this point.
Okay.
As much as I love the variety of this character, I'm
yeah.
running like.
You need to find inter strength or con. Okay. So you slip through them, and your distraction gives you like a little bit of distance away from them. They start to chase after you, but you're a little bit quicker than they are. However, one of them pulls out a bow, and then we're going to go back to Hyder. Hyder. So after a couple minutes of like scrambling and politely but firmly shoving people out of the way, you get up to the tunnel mouth. You see that Sebastian's there fighting, casting spells at the goal up on the hill. And then you also see that there's this other unit of Thrall and another Soulless coming down on you. What did the two of you guys do?
Like it's supposed to be.
Oh. Is he the guy I'm trying to heal, or have I gotten to
The guy that you're trying to heal is all the way at the top of the mountain next to this other
he's
goal
not
here.
even close to there
Yep.
yet. Okay.
I'm going to be targeting the one fighting the other Legionnaire with a spell again.
Okay.
Same one.
Yeah.
The only
Are any
offensive
of these
spell I really
undead?
have.
So this guy here is not undead. The guys over here are undead. So this
Are undead.
So there's color coding, by the way. So the Thrall are the Thrall Pog. The purple ones are like the Soulless, which are like the ghost guys that throw javelins. And then orange are like the ghouls, which are like the ghoulish creatures.
It's time to try to turn undead.
Okay, go for it.
Ah!
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
Sebastian.
targeted that one first, so
Okay, you hit this one with a magic missile. You deal some damage. Caleb is like, it kind of staggers for a second as the missile hits it, and Caleb is like, get some! And he jabs it in the neck while it's staggering, and it falls. And then he goes rushing over to Finn. Hyder, you turn the undead. You're raising your lantern, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you brandish your lantern, and the noonday sun seems to shine a little bit brighter, and the Thrall and the Soulless the Thrall are forced to flee, and the Soulless is dazed for a moment as you brandish the symbol. What are you doing next? You see that Finn, whatever was paralyzing him, seems to have worn off, but he kind of like collapses on the mountainside.
Oh, I gotta heal him. I run to
Okay.
heal him.
All right, you scramble up to a.
Let me try this again.
I will continue targeting the
Oh, wait.
ones coming down the hill at this
52.
time.
I have to cast the spell.
Again.
Cast spell. Yeah. Yeah, ma. Give me 2 points.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you did it. I don't think you rolled the D8 there. I think that roll is not set up correctly. I think you still got to roll your D8.
Really?
Yeah, it says it's a D4.
Boop.
Okay, I'll let you use the 2. It's fine. Okay, so you heal Finn for 2. And so he's pretty badly wounded because the goal are cruel creatures, and so when you get to him, you see that he's been gutted. The creature like ripped his intestines part way out, which is like it's kind of unfortunate because he's like screaming in agony, lying on the ground, and maybe he starts to pass out, but it's also fortunate because it's like a very slow way to kill somebody. And that gives you an opportunity to heal him. So you get to him and you kind of like set his organs to right. and with the help of your magic from the Lady of Light, the worst of his wounds close a little bit. He's not going to be in good shape, but he's going to live.
Okay, all right. That's what she said. That's
He's going to live? Is that what she said?
what
Well,
she
as a
said.
legionnaire, he'll collect his pension, right?
Yeah, so yay. I keep
I will
moving.
I will target the undead up on the hill unless they're running away.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So the Thrall are running away, but you can still cast stuff at them. Are you going for the Thrall first, or are you going for the Solus, who was briefly stunned?
I will go for the Solus since he seems to not be running away, just stunned.
Okay.
Cast spell eventually. I will draw on
Okay, so you
that way. I still can't spell unless you want me to do different.
yeah, so you pick one of those three. Which one do you pick?
I will draw unwanted attention.
Okay,
Hopefully
fair
it
enough.
will- And then damage. Okay, spell. Ooh.
Okay.
6 points of damage.
You hit the Solus. You see its essence sort of scatter, and there's this kind of like whew, of like a strange sound of like its soul energy escaping as the magic missile slams into its torso. And you see it starts to like lose coherence a little bit, but it's still there. It recovers from the stun and it reaches for another javelin and goes to hurl it at you. What do you do?
I tried to avoid it, and that would be defy danger dex again.
Yep.
Correct?
All right. Yeah. So you handily you duck back behind the cover of the rock face, like on the mountainside, and the javelin kind of clatters over the top of the rock and rolls down the mountain a little bit. Hyder, Caleb rushes up and kneels beside you now that the other goal is slain, and he says, "Is he going to be all right, Father?" And he's looking over at the Solus over here, like he wants to go after that, but his priority is taking care of his friend. What do you do? What do you say to him?
Is the Solus undead?
The Solus is undead, yes.
So can I turn it?
So you did already turn it a minute ago. However, Sebastian broke the effect when he hit it with a spell. So it's now it's turning its attention.
Unturnable. Okay, I got you. So let's I say wait, what do I have to do? It's attacking him and I have to protect him? Or
So-
he has to attack it instead of wanting to help his friend?
So you're with the wounded guy. The other his buddy Caleb, the other legionnaire, is stoops over you and he's like, "How's he doing? Is he all right?" He's like he's worried for his friend. And he kind of
I
like
don't
puts his
know.
shield up in the direction of the Solus to shield you both.
Oh, he's just asking about his status.
Yeah.
I say as I move my hand through his bloody guts, I say, he will be okay.
I guess I'll walk it off. He looks at the mess and he's like,
he'll something it off.
"Whatever you do, don't let him fall into their hands." He says, "Promise me."
I promise.
Okay, and
I
then
swirl my hand through his guts.
okay, and then he charges up the hillside, and he's going after the Solus. And Sebastian, you gotta, I'm assuming, cast another spell, but you see Finn running up to the Solus. The Solus turns and it starts to draw another javelin, but it's not quick enough. And then you see it kind of like slowly floating away, trying to get away from him, but he's faster and he cuts it down and he manages to finish the job. And he's howling a battle cry as he rushes across the mountain ridge. And the Thrall, Hyder, I'm gonna say you probably can't maintain the turning effect on the Thrall while also healing Caleb. Is that fair to say? Or no, sorry, I got them reversed. Actually, Finn was the wounded guy. Caleb was the other guy. There we go.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Okay. Yeah, so the Thrall, now that they started to kind of disperse and flee a little bit, but now they're all slowly turning back towards Caleb as he charges in and smashes the Soulless. And Caleb realizes that he's outnumbered, and he starts to kind of like jog back down the hill, and the thrall are like slowly lumbering down the hill after him. And then Sebastian, as you watch this, you see the thrall all suddenly turn, and like they do like at about a 90-degree about face, and they all start marching to the west. What do you do?
Marching with them? I mean, not with them, but against them, or like follow them. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I will
I
attack the
still have.
one that's marching away.
Okay. So Sebastian, roll your spellcasting.
Okay, roll. Oh, sorry, I meant to only hit it once, but it's. Oh.
Okay, so you lose the spell this time. What causes you to lose the spell?
I didn't lose the spell.
Didn't you? It looks like you rolled a. Oh, because you rolled it 3 times. Okay, sorry. I thought I only saw the second two.
I rolled it once. The second one is the first one's the spell casting. The second one was the magic missile for damage.
Okay,
Just
got it.
happened to go twice.
I misread that. Sorry. You are correct. Okay, so you cast the spell. You hit one of the thrall. You managed to destroy one of their number. So the block of thrall is like 9 of them. So you managed to destroy one of them, and it kind of topples down the mountain as the others keep marching to the west, ignoring your attack. Caleb hangs around for a minute. He's kind of like trying to like run interference between you, thinking the thrall are going to turn around, and he's positioning himself to buy you time, but they don't turn around. And after a second, he runs to help his friend. And Hyder, he says, "We got to get him to cover. Help! Can we move him?"
Sebastian will be looking south and east to make sure nothing is coming that direction. As far as he can
Yes,
see.
we don't have much of a choice, do we? I guess we're gonna have to try.
Okay, so give me how are you moving him without causing
I have
further
no
injury?
idea.
Okay.
I don't know, but let me roll something. Let
Okay.
me roll. Let me roll. I gotta build a little kit or a little bed or something for him. Right? We need to put him in a bed so we can
Yeah, a
carry him.
litter, yeah, or a stretcher, something like that.
So we need to do something like that, right? So that's gonna be like there's no spells for that. I don't know. I could try to heal him again. Should I heal him again?
I'm gonna say that you've done all you can for now. I'm trying to keep the setting gritty by not allowing like multiple repeat heals on the same injury.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so then I need to make him a bed.
Yeah.
So I make him a bed. I don't know what I need to roll for that. There's nothing
Sebastian's
to
going to
roll.
move up and attempt to. Well, here, let's try doing it a different way.
How
And
about
he
aid?
pulls out a bunch. He pulls out a bunch of stuff, ointments and stuff, puts it on him, and he's going to attempt to his equivalent to cure wounds.
Patrick and Ian are brothers.
Okay. Well,
And
emotions.
I mean, I think we just established that magical healing is done all it can right now. So there's nothing more you can do for him.
I thought you said, oh, he couldn't. I was going to try doing it a different way. He was doing it through prayer.
Okay. Well,
doing it through arcane.
I don't know. I guess I'll allow it. Since it's a totally different approach. Let's say the healing's a little bit less effective. Maybe we do half.
Yeah,
Okay.
or something like that. And I will take the minus ongoing to cast spell
Okay,
until
so
next time I prepare.
Okay, so your arcane power is weakening, I guess. What does the weakening look like? Like, how does it manifest?
I'm looking just more drained.
Okay,
Definitely so it's looking baggy. Shadows on the eyes, just droopier,
Okay, so your magic is like drawing energy from your body, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's channeling it through and is just getting tired of, it takes a lot to do it this repetitively.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're a little bit shakier now. Okay. So, but you managed to heal him enough that he's able to get on his feet. And so, Hyder, do you want to, I guess, give me a strength roll or something to help him down the mountain?
Sure, strength roll.
name.
Okay.
That sounds terrible, but he'll come.
They don't know the first name. Then they have
Or you said you wanted to roll aid. Aid is for other players, though. You could aid. You could aid Sebastian if Sebastian was going to carry him. Either way.
I tried to roll, but nothing happened, huh? Oh, there we are. Well,
There it
there's
goes.
aid.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna take you a few minutes, and it takes all three of you, because you're not able to find enough material for a litter, but you get him down the mountainside, back to the tunnel. You see Sebastian as you guys are moving that goal that you saw earlier appears briefly on the ridge over up here again, and then disappears down on the northeast face of the mountain.
Once we get Finn or Kyle or whichever one it was down the hill, Bastion's gonna go up to the top of the ridge and hopefully look over.
Okay, so you start climbing up the ridge. We're gonna go back to Chip. So Chip, you're running for your life. You're leaving your charge behind. Is that correct? Pat, you're up.
I'm going to join with the rest of them. Try to get the party together.
Okay. So a couple things. So Mira's fleeing down the ravine. One group of guys is chasing her. This other group of guys is chasing you. Are you're abandoning Mira and heading towards the tunnel, or are you heading towards the fighting in the west or the east, or what?
So she's going down. How close are they to her?
She's got a good head start, but it looks like they'll probably catch up to her in maybe 20 or 30 seconds, long before she reaches the tunnel.
All right. Well, I'll switch with by making a quick use some of the terrain to kind of block view as I switch. I just roll down the hill to try to cut off, slow down the other guys.
Okay, that sounds pretty tactical. Maybe Wiz or Int would make sense for that. What do you think? Okay.
Did it work?
Okay, so you start to do this maneuver, and you kind of like you find a position where you're. I'm going to say you've got this guy drawing an arrow on you.
I don't need more XP.
What's that?
Said I don't need more XP.
Okay, I'm going to say so. You maneuver to find cover, but the maneuver costs you some distance, and the guy is chasing you, and you also have an arrow flying your way now. What do you do?
Well, it's the Dex one, right?
Yep.
Try to duck behind something.
Okay, you quickly duck down
I
behind the
can do
rock.
that.
Nice. Okay,
Her
so
name's Mira, right?
what's that?
Her name was Mira, right? Or what's her?
Mira, yeah.
Well, I've been hired to protect her, so I got to go after her.
Yep. She's just like she's given up on the music concept at this point. She's just like sprinting. She's got like more than half a dozen guys chasing her, trying to just cut her down. And she's just running back towards the tunnel at this point. And she sees that Theo and Megan and Hilaris fighting up on the mountain, cutting their way through a block of thrall. And she's like, "Hey, I could use a hand. Help! Help!" And Hilaris, I'm going to say, detaches from the block of thrall and comes flying down toward her, shouting a battle cry. Megan and Theo stay engaged with the thrall. Let's see. You notice, Chip, as you're you're sort of, all this is going on is the battle on the west side of the mountain here is kind of changing shape. You notice that this block of thrall that the two legionnaires are cutting through, they were just kind of standing there and fighting and slowly wearing these legionnaires down, but you notice that they abruptly start to like turn and flee to the north, and they kind of like scatter a little bit and start heading eastward along the slope. What do you do?
What was the last part? They're breaking away, cutting through something.
So the thrall that Theo and Megan are fighting are like trying to split up and get away. They're kind of like moving out apart from each other and heading along the east of the slope here.
You ask me where I'm going. I'm following Mira, wherever.
Okay, so you follow Mira. Give me some kind of check to outrun these guys, because when you pop up over that rock to get up and run again, the guy's got his bow out. He's busy knocking another arrow. The other guys that the dudes with swords that were surrounding you earlier are almost on top of you now. Are you running down the slope toward Mira? You kind of do some kind of acrobatic stunt to get down there. What kind of stunt do you do?
I'm just going down the gravel, like the scree.
Okay, yeah, nice. So you do like the slide, and you get down to her, and she's like, "There you are." What do you do then?
Grab her and try to help.
Okay. Give me. Do you have a bond with Mira?
I do.
Okay, roll me an aid then. It'll be +1 for the
losing
bond.
Control with her. I don't think she pays me enough.
Yeah. So you're kind of grumbling at her as you're like hustling her along, and there's some sort of like anti synergy there as your step isn't really in time with hers. And another arrow comes soaring your way. She turns. She starts to use her music again as she's still slowly backpedaling, and then Hilaris comes charging in, and he shouts, "The servants of the fallen shall not live." And he starts flying down the mountain towards these guys. What do you do?
Well, Hilaris is one of my dudes too, so he's joins him.
Okay. As Hilaris is charging in, you go rushing in with him. And the guy with the bow has his arrow knocked, and he like lowers the bow for a split second and stares at you guys. And he hesitates, and he's like, he shouts, "There it is! Get it! Kill it!" And he raises his bow and points the bow at Hilaris. And you see all the bandits are now, the ones that were chasing Mira and the ones that were chasing you are now all converging on you and Hilaris. Are you still charging into battle?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a hack and slash. Get +1 forward for following Hilaris into battle. Nice. Okay. So you cut down 2 of them in the first exchange. I'm imagining like you kill 1 and the wasp kills 1, maybe.
Sure.
Okay. You want to deal the extra damage?
That is, let's see what I gotta look at my unnatural ally bonus here. Oh my god, I hate this because when I try to scroll when I'm playing this D20, and it makes, if I'm over my character, it makes the screen bigger, but if I'm over the map, it makes it bigger, but not the screen. +2 ferocity and +1 instinct, +1 train. All right, so what does it start with? Ferocity is, so I think it's 4. So that's 4 extra points of damage.
Okay. So
So it's 14.
that's the extra D6 you're choosing, or is that from something else?
No, that's from the ferocity. It's actually 12. I'm sorry, that +2 on the thing's old. It should be +4 because I made my wasp
Oh,
move
okay.
supernaturally.
Oh,
Cool.
so that's the wasps. The wasp damage increased.
And I'm not doing any more because I don't want to expose myself because
Got it. Okay.
I'm so wounded.
Okay. So they converge on you. They don't seem like the couple guys nearest you are like stabbing at you, but they all seem interested in killing Hilaris. And let's see who else is over here. The Thrall here heading east. Sebastian, you get up there on the ridge. You see that.
Well, only to put my head over, so I'm not standing on top. So.
Okay. You see that Diarmid has moved to the northern slope of the mountain over here. So you can see he's kind of got like a command post where he's now got two goals, one that came from somewhere else that you didn't see before, and another one that is the one that you saw running back and forth earlier across the crater rim. So he's got these two guys beside him. And this one, as you're watching, goes running off along the west side of the crater. And you can give me like a discern realities if you'd like.
Where is reading the question? What is about to happen?
Okay. There's a lot of the battle has a lot of moving pieces. You're in a pretty good position to see most of them.
But
So I'll give you the pieces what's that?
Then you tie your shoe.
yeah.
I'll give you the piece.
Specifically, what's going on back here and how it ties into the rest.
Yeah, okay.
She rolled
So
a 5. Oh, was
okay.
that Dram or?
Oh, you did roll a 5, yeah. It's okay. I'm going to give you some info anyway. You figure it out, but it's a little bit sort of a little late once you start to figure it out. And you see this kind of ruddy glow up on the northern slope of the mountain here. As there's like magic. You hear the words of an incantation being spoken up on the mountainside here. And you see this ruddy glow, and then you can't see the source of it, but there is this big kind of rolling, like giant beach ball sized fireball that's like rolling along the ground down the mountainside, and you see it kind of appear over the ridge for a second, and it's heading straight for the tunnel mouth over here. You also see that there is a javelin that is being thrown by a Solus that has just appeared on the north or like the western face of the crater, is throwing spears down at these guys fighting down here with the bandits. And all of the blocks of Thrall have started to move towards that fight. What do you do?
I will come down far enough from the ridge so there's no clear sight from behind me, and I will start yelling and pointing. They're attacking in mass over there to the people below me. And then I'm going to come down the hill and say, looking south, is there anything south yet I'm seeing?
Okay, so there's still no enemies coming from the south other than the bandits that you saw earlier that are now up here.
And that was the direction the people needed to go, correct?
Correct, yeah.
I'm trying to remember if that was direction to get to a ship.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can escape to the south. The Myrgard is the closest thing in that direction.
I just can't remember the world map, but yeah.
Yeah, again.
I thought that was what the plan was.
Yeah, but basically,
once I
yeah.
get there, would start yelling at whoever's there to start running the civilians south, and then move towards to join the battle.
Okay.
At least take a position on high ground so I can cast spells at everybody.
Okay. So the refugees start to like scramble out of cover. The first there are a couple that are kind of like the more proactive ones that are like sort of amped up and ready to go, that start to kind of like race down into the ravine, just trying to get away from the whole scene as fast as they can. And then there's more of them that kind of start to slowly amble out down the stairs. And they start to form this long line heading south along these paths and ravines, heading out of
And
the
I believe
mountains.
there are more legionnaires to help him. Otherwise, send Finn and Caleb. I believe.
Okay.
Caleb's help
Oh,
protect.
okay. Caleb, who's now helping Finn limp along, says, "Don't worry, we'll take care of him. Father, you'd better go help the others. I don't know what's going on over there, but it looks like a problem."
And yeah, then he would move towards the west. I don't know what.
All right, go ahead and move a little bit west.
Up to Hyder. Hyder's looking for Hamel.
Are you there?
Yeah, I got distracted by family a little bit, but
problem.
uh, I'm healing somebody. Was that what I caught?
Yeah, so a bunch of stuff just happened. Basically, all of the enemies on the board are now converging on where Chip and Hilaris are fighting over here.
Yeah, right.
And the refugees have started exiting the tunnel on this side of the mountain and are fleeing to the south. And the legionnaires are going with them, and they say, Caleb says, "Father, you better get over there and help them. I don't know what's going on, but it looks terrible."
Okay.
You want one of
I
us?
go. Do I have to help Chip?
Yeah, I think, yeah. So
Far away.
Chip's
We're
in
fighting all right now.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to get over there, but Chip's in the thick of it right now. So Chip, you're like back to back with Hilaris, and the bandits are kind of penning you both in along the south side. And Hilaris tries to start to like fly upward out of their reach, and use his polearm to his advantage. But an arrow like sails over his head and forces him back down again. What are you doing? And I'm gonna say 4 guys are like circling around your side here on this side and coming at you with a mixture of like spears and swords and clubs, or spears and axes and clubs that don't have swords. Okay, another divine word. I'm assuming you're doing the moment of briefly driven back again.
Yep. So
Okay.
he gets a chance to get up there and do it. So
Okay, so you drive them back
as they
for
close in. They're forced back so that he can get his altitude.
Nice. Okay. So he starts ascending, and he's kind of like dithering for a second because he doesn't want to leave you in the thick of the fighting without him, but he also knows that he's the target. Mira casts one of her song spells on you, Chip, and she's going to heal you. I don't remember exactly what her healing is. Let me check real quick.
1d8 plus
Is it?
1 or
Okay.
something like that.
I'll double check. Hold on.
We actually have similar things.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just 1d8. Okay. I'm 1d6 plus 1. She's 1d8. They're about the
Okay.
same.
So she heals you for 1, which doesn't do terribly much for you.
We are really going at
Yeah.
odds now.
Yeah.
I need a refund.
Yeah. So you get just a little bit of healing. She's obviously a little winded, so the magic is not working as well as it should be. You bought Hilaris a minute, and he has the advantage of being able to fly, which gets him out of the way of all of these thrall that are converging on you guys. But he also doesn't want to leave you guys. And the Soulless all start throwing spears at him, so he's kind of like weaving through the air right now, dodging spears. Chip, the thrall that are on the ground are the bandits that are on the ground, because the thrall haven't got there yet, are both or both groups are kind of like just, they form a circle around you, as the heat keeps them back, and they're waiting, and the one guy with the bow is still trying to hit Hilaris. What do you do?
Let me see here. I'm going to send the I guess we're going to do a volley with with my is going to go after that guy. So I'm sending the wasp
Okay.
at the guy with the bow. So I'm making a volley on him, backing up some.
Okay. So you're sending the wasp through a whole line of guys to get to this guy with the bow. Are you sure?
Well, the wasp flies.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. You got a clear shot, and you get +4 damage. Go ahead and do your damage.
Oh, that's 6 damage on him, I guess.
Okay. Nice. So you hit that guy. He goes down. He's not dead, but he drops his bow, and he's like on the ground, wounded, like clutching at his side. Where the I guess the wasp. What are you shooting? You're throwing knives, right?
Yep, I'm throwing knives.
Okay, so you throw a knife. Where does the knife hit him?
The knife hits him in the shoulder.
Okay, so you get him in the shoulder, and he drops the bow, and he's not able to operate the bow anymore with that arm. So you bought yourself a significant advantage. And he's kind of nursing the wound for a second. And the bandits all close around you, Chip, as the effect is ending. And Sebastian, you're getting to the point where you're in spell range, but there's also a block of thrall that's like marching in parallel with you. That is,
But thrall are slow, aren't they?
they are, yeah.
Yeah, he's avoiding the thrall, and he's targeting, trying to target enough to make an opening for companions or the others to run out of that circle and encirclement.
Okay.
So he's going to target with magic missiles some of the, well, I don't know, thralls or whatever surrounding him. I see a few icons, so tell me which are. But closest one to him. Ooh.
Moody's
Welcome
icon.
to tension.
Okay. Okay, you're at I think you're at a -1 still, right? So that's actually
Yeah,
a
I still have.
failure. Unless I'm remembering wrong.
Oh. Nope, that for spell, you are correct. I didn't mark it.
Okay, yeah. So what spell were you trying to cast?
Magic missile.
Okay, you lost that spell, I think. You would have had to cast something else. Or did I misremember that? No, you took the -1
did
instead,
not-
right? You're right, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Now
cast
I lose this spell.
now you lose the spell, yeah. You try to cast it a second time, and the missile kind of like it doesn't quite form right, and then it. What's the mechanism of losing a spell? How does it like erase itself or stop working?
Well, he tries to cast it, and just kind of you see sparks sputter, and it just kind of poop, 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 and it's like, shit. What was that word again? How did I? Kind of like, that brain fart you get sometimes where you can't remember exactly how to pronounce them.
Yeah, and then that word is just gone from your mind.
And you can't just seem to get it right. You know, exactly.
Okay, so you get over there, you try to cast the spell, it doesn't work. You have, however, attracted the notice of the Solus up here. While the Thrall are all heading west still, the Solus decides that he's going to throw a javelin at you because you're definitely a threat, even though your spell failed. So he turns and starts to draw his javelin. What do you do?
Attempt to run and dodge.
Okay, another defining. I'll let you use strength if you're just going all out run as opposed to trying to be acrobatic.
We're going to try to be acrobatic.
Okay. Ooh,
No,
okay.
No, he doesn't.
So you hesitate for a split second too long, and you turn and you start to run, and he targets his javelin just right to catch you. Where does it hit you?
Where does it hit me?
Yeah.
I would say my right shoulder as he was turning to try to run.
Okay.
And dodge.
Ooh, okay. So it gets you pretty good. You take 8 damage minus whatever armor you have. And the javelin is barbed, and as it sticks into your shoulder, after
Oh, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care after it hits him.
Oh really? What's your hit points at?
At -2.
Oh goodness. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're gonna make a move that's called Last Breath. What's that?
-1.
Okay,
-1, excuse me.
we're gonna make a move that's called Last Breath. And what that is basically you are dying, and you may or may not get to live depending on the circumstances. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Still alive, but in a bad spot.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, you rolled it. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. All right.
In the bad spot.
You've cheated death. You're in a bad spot. How do you manage to cheat death?
My heart's on the other side.
Okay, fair enough. So it goes into your torso, right where it would have been. I guess. You like turn at the last second, and the javelin buries itself in your chest, and you go down. You're basically, I'm gonna say, paralyzed by pain, as the toxin just like races through your bloodstream, and like it feels like your entire body is on fire, and you're basically unable to move.
Hey, this is the effects you get so you can survive after all those years at college.
Okay. Hyder, I think you were heading to the west as well, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so you see this. You see Sebastian take this javelin, and he falls, and he's kind of like twitching, like almost like convulsing on the ground. And the soulless, having of course no mercy, goes to it. Still has its gaze focused on him, and it draws another javelin. What do you do?
Oh. Can I turn it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure if that was. Okay. Sorry, my sheet. Stay away from that javelin. Damn
Ooh,
it.
okay. So
Douche.
so you fumble to pull out your holy symbol as you're running, and you drop it, and it's like I think it's like silver. It's not like an actual lantern, right?
Yeah, it's not a real one.
Okay, so you drop it, and it kind of like
It's more of a man turn.
so you drop it, and it kind of skids across the rocks, and you reach for it, and it hears you shout out, and soulless are nothing if not tactical. So it turns its attention to you, and as you stoop to, well, actually, what do you do when you drop it? It's turning to throw a javelin at you.
Oof. I say, look out! And I run and duck.
Okay. Give me defy danger, I guess strength or dex.
Okay. It does not. It matters not. Actually, it does a little bit. All right, I guess dex. Ask. Skadoosh. Okay. I do exactly what I said. I fall. I was like diving.
Okay. Yeah, so you dive, stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I'm gonna say you can either dodge the javelin or grab your holy symbol on the way over to Sebastian,
No,
but not
forget
both.
that. I'm dodging the javelin. I don't want
Dodge.
to get hit by that shit.
Okay. Okay, so you dodge the javelin as it goes hurtling down the mountainside. And the terrain, the way, because he's throwing down a mountain at you, definitely gives the javelin a little extra oomph. So it's a good idea to avoid those.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
Yeah. So you scramble past. You kind of lose track of your holy symbol, but you get to Sebastian's side.
I can make a new one.
Okay. Sebastian, what is it like when you near the black? You pass so close to the black gate. What do you see? What do you feel?
He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to die. He's going to try to run away from those gates. He fears death, and Oh, he has a new goal in life. Die again.
Okay. So you feel like as you're running this long tunnel that seems to kind of stretch and stretch the harder you run ahead of you, and you just keep trying, and there's this kind of shadow that seems to grow up around you, almost like it's going to swallow you as you flee from this darkness, or as you flee from the gates. Um, and the shadow that comes forth from the gates seems to kind of move away from you and slither up the side of the mountain, and latch onto the Solus that threw its fell javelin at you, and seems to be kind of like dragging it down into the mountainside. Um, let's see, Chip. You're still in a bad spot. You managed to buy Hilaris some space, but your ward is wearing off, and you've got like 10 guys closing it around you now. What do you do?
Well, I get to a point where I can defend myself so they can't all gather around me. I
Okay.
mean, there's got to be some place on this place that where 10 guys. I mean, are they wearing heavy armor? What are they doing?
So they're kind of a mixed bag. They've got a combination of like scale. There's like one with scale mail, and the rest are like either chainmail or leather, kind of like hodgepodge. They're not really very well outfitted. But you can find
Where's the other nearest allies?
you can so you got Theo and Megan who are cutting through this thrall that's kind of in between you and them. And they cut down the last of the thrall, and they start sprinting in your direction.
Go meet them then.
What's that? Okay,
Go
so
meet them.
you go to meet him, and then the four of you, you and the legionnaires and Mira, find a spot amongst these rocks and ravines to make a stand. What does that spot look like? I'm gonna move these bogs over here just because I can't
collapsed part of a cliff.
see. Okay.
So like there's a big chunk of it of this mountain that's fallen like on top of another rock, and there's scree there, and so it's kind of formed a natural. It's a very bad spot, but at least it protects the front. We can't see well, but we can defend ourselves. It's not quite a cave, but it's like that. It's formed by fallen rocks.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So you get into this little crevasse of fallen rocks, and they have to come at you at a couple at a time, which you sort of they get to the mouth of this thing, and they realize they're not going to be able to overwhelm you the way they were a second ago, and there's like some hesitation there. Like they're not really that courageous. They're like, none of them want to be the first one into the breach. So you see them, they're kind of hovering outside the cave, looking at each other, looking at you, and like waiting for you to make a mistake, kind of. It's almost like a little momentary miniature siege. And then Mira lashes out with her magic and hits one of them. And then that kind of seems to break the siege, and they charge in. Let's go to Hyder. You get to Sebastian on the mountainside. He's on the brink of death. He's, like I said, seizing, paralyzed, and but this.
Is he within range of sight?
Is who Hyder?
The one that's dying.
You can. He's kind of on like a quarter of the way around the mountain from where you're at. You could see him before you get down into this ravine, but not once you're down there.
This is what I'll do. I think it's this. It's like divine ward, I guess. I'll send the wasp, so I'll be without the wasp for a bit.
Okay.
To like
good to know.
Do this.
Okay.
Doing the healed up and
very good choice. Go ahead and roll your healing.
Let's see here. It's obvious. And is he being attacked by enemies? Is that's why it would happen to him?
So he has a javelin, a barbed poison javelin sticking out of his chest when the wasp gets to him.
Please remove javelin.
I'm going to choose enemy facing them. The wasp flares at whoever threw the the javelins.
Okay, so
And
you
they feel like targets, so they're
So
driven way back a little
the
bit.
soulless that threw the javelin is actually being engaged by Nithalos, who is currently like shredding it to
Oh.
pieces.
All right. And the next time, so would I heal them? Is that the way it works, or if I get dice or
You can roll a d6 plus 1 for your
7?
healing. Okay, nice. So
And I'm
good.
trying to figure out what the. Oh no, it's just I get 2, right?
Yeah, you get 2 effects. So the one is the
Okay,
healing. So the radiance of this wasp that appears above you,
Yeah,
Sebastian.
it's gonna distract things, so that they have disadvantage.
Okay, awesome, makes sense. Okay, so Sebastian, you're now
And
at 7.
then I'm back in the thing there.
Okay.
I did that as I was running.
Okay, yeah, that
an
makes
hour
sense.
ago.
All right, Sebastian, you're at 7 hit points now. So make sure to update your sheet accordingly. And you regain consciousness, and it's kind of unfortunate because everything still hurts, and you scream. Now you need a defy danger con to resist the poison.
Okay. Defy danger.
Oh, can I give them if they're defined danger now or in the next few months, their roll gains advantage?
You want to do that instead of the disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because because you said his enemy is engaged already, right?
Okay, so roll the defy danger again, I think, and you take the higher result. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Take the
Okay.
10.
So you fight through the pain. You still scream, but the healing does enough to remove the toxin. And this thing is still embedded in your chest. The healing doesn't get rid of it, and it's barbed. So Hyder, you're looking over this wound, and you know that if you pull this thing out, he's going to die. The best thing that you can do is like break off the shaft of it and bandage it and try to remove it later when he's had a chance to heal a little bit more. And if he moves, there's a chance that he's going to re-injure it. But Sebastian, you're awake and you're able to kind of like assess your surroundings now. And you see that all these soulless, or it's actually just this one soulless, is throwing a javelin at Hilaris, and there's thrall all over the mountainside, but none of them are paying attention to you. They're all marching the other way. And as you look over the mountainside, Sebastian, there is this explosion on the mountainside. And this all happens in a matter of like, 10 or 15 seconds. There's this explosion on the mountainside, and rocks come sliding down and cascading into this ravine where this tunnel opens out. And you hear screams for like a split second, and then the tunnel entrance is collapsed.
Good thing we were directing them out the other way. There would probably be nobody there.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But that entrance is closed, and you see that they're one of the warlocks of Skolobance, in that very big, like dramatic black cloak that's very like iconic, recognizable, is walking around the mountain, and he's about to hurl a fireball into this melee, heedless of the lives of the bandits. Hyder, so you're there. No, you don't have any. Nobody's attacking you or Sebastian right now. Sebastian obviously needs help if he's going to move. He needs to, be treated to deal with the javelin that's still stuck in him. And these guys are in trouble. And this whole battle's still going on. What are you doing?
Oh well, I can't treat Sebastian.
So you can. So this is a new injury since last time. So you can treat him again.
Can I cast the spell?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, please rip out the barb before. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, he doesn't want to rip out the barb right now because that would kill you.
Oh, I figured rip it out, then cast the heal. I'm
Okay.
at max hit points. I don't need any more hit points.
Okay, awesome. So now you could rip out the barb if you wanted to. There's enough healing that you could extract it if you wanted to. Now it's going to do damage on the way out.
You want to do it?
Just, I was at full hit points, so his 2 hit points is wasted.
Oh, really? What was your?
I only have 5 hit points. He gave me
Oh,
7 to begin with,
That can't be right.
and so
What's your Constitution score is 5?
no, I own my Constitution score. Let me get back to the page. My con score is 15. I got a +1.
Okay, yeah, this is the common misconception. So your hit points is based on your Constitution ability score, not your modifier.
Then what is it?
Okay, so it's going to be what is your class's hit point formula?
I don't have it in front of me. D4.
Okay, so it's a D4 plus 15. What it is?
No. What's your class?
Wizard.
Oh, it might be 6. So you might have 19 hit points.
Let me double check real quick.
Yeah.
It's in the sideboard of their classes. Just go to wizard.
It's 4 plus your Constitution. So yeah, it's 19.
Yeah.
So you're
Right, that makes things different. Then I wouldn't have gone down before.
okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. We're gonna keep that all for narrative purposes rather than retcon all that. If that's okay with you. But you can.
That's fine with me. I wish I would have known that sooner, but now
Okay.
I know.
Sorry. Okay, so let's put you at.
always have to battle. G.I. Joe.
Okay, so let's put you at 10 hit points, and we'll give you back another 5 because of the mix-up. So you're at 15 now. Does that make sense to you?
Yep, I'm good with that.
All right, cool. So he's healed enough now that you could rip out the barbs if you wanted to. It's going to do a little more damage on the way out.
I'll give him a tug. We can't have that sticking out and getting in the way.
Yeah, the other option, like I said, is you could break it off and bandage it and just immobilize it so it doesn't do any more damage while he's moving around.
Not in your chest.
Hider, that's up to you. What are you doing?
Oh, well,
Both have heals ready.
So yeah, you cast the spell. It closes up the wound a little bit more, and you judge that he can either move if he's bandaged, or you can have the barb removed.
Okay, yeah. What do you want?
I want it removed so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about how I move.
I step on his thigh and I pull it out.
Okay.
And I scream like Xena.
More screaming. A lot
Okay.
of crying.
Deities he doesn't believe in. Because of the barb's location, the javelin's location, the barbs do another 4 damage. Are going to do another 4 damage coming out. Either you can mitigate some of that if you want to make like a wisdom check.
Yeah, I would love to make a wisdom check. Here you go. Check that out.
Okay, we'll say you reduce the damage by 1, so he takes only 3.
All right, it's okay.
And it hurts a lot coming out, and he screams again. Unless you got some kind of, I don't know, Hyder, do you have any kind of like an anesthetic?
Yeah, I pray for him.
Okay, you pray for him. Doesn't prevent the screaming, but maybe he'll feel better.
The Lord will be your anesthetic.
I scream really loud at him. That's all. So.
Okay, Sebastian, you're still in pain, a lot of pain, but you're up now and you're able to move. Chip,
all right. He still has no spells of any offensive nature. So he'll stay back for right now.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
Would I gain any -1s or so forth? -3s? -1. I guess it wouldn't matter.
I'm gonna say, well, figure it out if it's narratively appropriate. If you try to like sprint somewhere, I'm probably gonna give you penalties. If you're like casting spells, I since you resisted the poison, you're not gonna get a penalty for that.
Okay, no.
Other than the one you already have. Okay, so Chip, you're making your kind of hopefully not last stand in the ravine here. And you've got I'm gonna say like 3 guys can get at you at once. And it's you and then Theo and Megan are sort of like coming up behind the group of bandits and trying to like cut their way in at the last second. So there's like a brief window where you're trying to group up with them and get them into the little ravine with you so you can all fight side by side. But there's like a couple bandits in between you and them. What's that?
I'll try to clear away.
Okay, go ahead and make me a hack and slash. Okay. Make an attack. The enemy makes an attack, and does this attack figure? Is it figuring in your wasp damage, or is it
Yep.
before the? Okay, so we're deducting it out because your wasp is over on the other side, right? So it'll be
it's 4 damage.
okay. Yeah. So you stab one of the bandits, and Theo runs in and stabs the same guy. And Megan gets engaged with a different guy, and Theo kind of manages to get over next to you, but Megan is like cut off from the rest of your group. And Mira blasts another guy with her sonic powers, and Megan is like sort of getting into a position that you were in a second ago, Chip, where she's like fighting to try to get to the entrance to the thing. Theo's with you, and he starts to kind of push back with you to cover the entrance so Megan can get in. What do you do?
Who you were asking?
This is Chip. Sorry.
Oh, Chip. Did any of the ones that are in front of me go after her, or are these separate people?
So they've separated. They haven't really gone directly after you because you're in a good position, but they've separated Megan from you and Theo. And they're going after Megan now.
Can you hear me, Megan or Mira?
What's that? They're going after
running with or whatever.
Mira's behind you, so she's good. You got a.
Who's Megan again?
Megan is the commander of the Legionnaires.
Okay. I'm going to call back my. I'm gonna try to divine ward her, basically. Hope I do.
Okay, go for it. Well, you can't do that without the wasp, right?
I called him back. That was
Okay.
2 turns, well, 1.5 turns, or whatever you want.
Okay, I'm gonna say the wasp is making his way back over. It's gonna take him a second more to get to you, though. So you can apply that divine word when you get there. Megan's gonna need help before that, though. Do you want to hit? You want to push them out?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm defending, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, give me defend. Okay, so Megan's under attack.
Have the attacks effect damage.
Okay. Yeah, so Megan gets wounded then, but she manages to she kind of like her shield arm gets really battered, and she's probably got a broken bone in there somewhere behind the shield. But she manages to get behind your defensive line. And so you guys get into a position where you kind of lock shields, metaphorically speaking, because you don't actually have a shield, but you got Theo and Megan defending you, and you're fighting in this advantageous position as they're sort of funneled in to try to get to you. And so you're going to be able to cut your way through them, but it's going to take you a minute or two. Up on the mountainside, though, Sebastian and Hyder, you see this warlock turns his gaze skyward, following Hilaris, who is headed over to basically defend Sebastian from these oncoming thrall. And you see this warlock starts another incantation, and another fireball starts forming in his hands, and he's definitely got his attention directed at Hilaris. What do you guys do?
I yell to distract them because I have no other offensive spells right now.
Okay. Do you have a bond with Hilaris? I think you do, right? Or was that Nithalos?
No, I do not have one with.
Okay, so roll 2d6 flat. Nice. Okay, so you yell. Hilaris sees the fireball coming. And I'll let you guys decide because he's a player character and I don't want to do bad things to him without giving him fair shake. What do you guys think that he should do in this circumstance? He's got this fireball flying at him.
I don't know his spells or capabilities or what.
He's a paladin.
Oh. As a paladin, he would probably try to deflect, I would think, with a shield or a void, depending on what he has.
I think he's got like some boughs that help protect him.
You know,
I just imagine him doing an anime thing where he just chops the fireball in half with a holy word and his thing.
That, or I was thinking like, yeah, deflect it with the shield, or just outright resist it.
I guess maybe we'll roll a defend for him then. Does that make sense to you guys?
I don't know
Yeah.
whatever he's wearing. Yeah.
Okay.
Using, so yeah, and
Okay, got one hold, so he's having the attacks affect or damage. So the fireball hits him. There's a concussive force as the flames roll over him. He's got his, I think he did switch to his shield, so he's got his shield up, and that helps absorb some of the blast, and it kind of knocks him down out of the air, and he lands pretty close to you guys.
It helps protect. It went off too early, so it helped protect us and the bandits from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it exploded in the air. Basically, it only hit him. This is aimed at Hilarious, not at you guys down in the ravine.
It was going to hit us before. We were included in it because that was the original description.
Did I?
Yep, you said it was going to hit all of us.
You're right. I'm sorry.
So he's seeing that happen, realized it, and dove towards it, so it would go off early.
Okay,
yeah, only him.
Fair enough. Okay, so he kind of blocks it with his shield, and he's kind of thrown back here, and he's stunned. And the thrall are all now converging on his position. He's like down on the mountainside, picking himself up. Hyder and Sebastian, you want to help him out somehow?
yeah, if I can get close enough to him.
Okay, yeah, you can reach him.
That's as soon as he reaches them, he's gonna reach out and touch him.
Okay.
He's gonna cast a spell. Let's see if it'll work even. That's with his -1, by the way.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So you successfully cast the spell. Invisibility. Ooh, nice. Okay. So Hilarious disappears. Hilarious has mixed feelings about this because he wants to like defend everybody else, but the tactical situation is such that it makes sense.
Yeah, and then Sebastian's going to take a right turn and just keep running. He's not going to stay right where people are going to stay.
Okay.
There.
So we're going to kind of I'm going to say if you guys all I want to kind of summarize this comment. I don't want this one big battle to go for like a third straight session. So I think it makes sense for you guys to like converge on this ravine and blast like the one group of bandits and then flee. Does that make sense to you guys?
Sure.
Okay, and then
tactically, yeah,
slowly being chased in the wilderness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're in the wilderness, like heading over the mountains, being hunted by Goal, and that's where we'll leave it for this session. Let's do the end of session move.
One question I do have before we leave completely from here.
Yeah.
What is happening with the people leaving the tunnels going south?
So they got a little bit of a head start. So you're going to be like with the tail element of that refugee train, basically. So some of them are ahead of you guys. They're already on their way to Myrkridia, but your guys are kind of like going to end up defending the stragglers unless you want to leave them in the lurch.
Yep, we'll be backing up the rear.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do the end of session, which is the XP and stuff like that. Has anybody resolved or completely explored, no longer relevant or otherwise, any of their bonds?
I'm using it to get rid of Mira as my bond.
Okay, so mark an experience point for that.
Enough.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like, this is it. I did my job. I got my pay. I'm done with this. Okay.
I know she's not playing anymore, but yeah, that's perfect. I'm gonna resolve it.
Okay. Yeah. So mark an experience point for that for sure. And then do you want to form a new bond?
All right. Who do we got now that I haven't? Okay. So all the people I have bonds with are people are no longer or wait, Hilarious is still playing, correct? He's just not here tonight.
Yeah, as far as I know, he didn't reply to the roll call for tonight, but he hasn't told me he's going, so I assume he's still here.
And Sebastian.
Okay. Yeah, so it's Hilarious and then Nithalos, which is Leon's new character.
Here?
Sebastian. Yeah, Sebastian
is here. And Sebastian needs one, and a third one too. I got Chip and Niloth, however you pronounce it. Nylon.
What's let's see here.
Sebastian, I think you had a bond with Chip, right?
Yeah, I did with Chip.
Okay. What is it? What is your bond with Chip?
Chip is keeping an important secret from me. I don't know what it is. He's
Okay.
keeping a secret from me.
So maybe
I think
your bond, Chip, somehow reflects your side of that. Like maybe you're suspicious of him, or maybe you have a conversation. What do you think? Pat, you there?
Oh, is that for me? I already have one with Chip.
Yeah.
Wait, you have one with Sebastian?
I have one. Chip
Oh.
hangs on Sebastian's wise words.
Oh, okay.
I've been
Right.
hired to
Okay.
protect Mira was one I resolved.
Okay. Sorry.
I can
So
form
then-
another one. I just want to do it with a new character.
Okay,
I don't
you
want to
have-
do it with Chip.
You have one with Hider?
I do not have one with Hider. What would you like to do? Which one's Hider?
Hider's
That's
the
me.
Is that
priest.
the wizard? The priest.
Cleric. Hyder's the priest. Cleric.
He agrees with defending. So Hyder's the priest, and he's kind of like me. So we all looked. Hyder and Chip both protect the flock, or something like that.
Okay, I'm ready then.
Yeah, so the bond would be like, from Chip's perspective, Hider would be is someone like me who protects the flock. Does that sound right?
That does.
And then Hider, how do you feel about Chip? Do you have the same feeling, or is your perception of him different?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Okay.
I like it. He's like the sheepdog, and I'm like the sheep.
I think it's the opposite way.
Or something like that. You
Okay.
know? I'm the sheepdog, and he's the wolf. Or he's the wolf.
All right, cool. Any other bonds get resolved, or anybody
He's
want
the
to form new
chocolate
bonds?
chip, and I'm the oven.
I have a third bond I need to fill. I don't know if Hyder or anybody else would want to fill it.
Well,
We'll play it.
I do have a bond for you, which is it's a funny bond though.
Okay. No problem. I
I'm
just want to
trying.
make sure
I'm working to convert you to my religion.
Oh, good luck.
But like, you could also
But-
be working to convert me to your religion.
Okay. Keep in mind, guys, the bonds are asymmetrical, so both players have to agree, but the bond that you have with him doesn't have to be the same that he has with you.
Yeah,
That
they
makes
can
sense.
be completely different.
Yep. No.
Chip
No. This
Chip
one,
hates
yeah.
Hyder, but Hyder doesn't give a rat's butt.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be
Because I
just
have
an
one-
example of different ones.
The one I have to fill is will play an important role in events to come. I have foreseen it. So,
Okay, so is this
Oh.
maybe you have a vision while you're at that near death experience? You think?
Okay.
yeah, that's something like that.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
welcome to the
yeah.
family.
Okay, so think for next
Yeah.
time about what you saw in that vision. We'll talk about that next time.
Yep. Good.
Uh,
That was the first XP possibility.
okay, so add that bond in, and then did anybody fulfill their alignments?
Did
What was yours?
protecting weaker than yourself.
Okay, yeah, definitely
Yeah,
mark
man.
XP for that.
Endanger myself to heal another. I'm gonna take that.
Definitely mark up XP for that. And
I did
then
that shit a lot.
Sebastian, how about you?
Discover something about magical mystery. The other side's pretty dark. I don't think that works. though.
I think that counts.
I think it counts because you got warlocks, you've got phantom spears coming out of nowhere.
All right, then I'll mark one. I'll take
Yep.
it.
Okay, hey, for the record, the archers are phantoms, but the spears are real.
It's the javelins that really hurt.
Yeah, the javelins. Yeah.
Yeah, you have personal in-depth. You're
Yeah.
wondering what kind of poison that is if you could magically reproduce it.
It is
That's
well.
true,
So
that would be
the soulless actually produce it from their own bodies as part of the process that turns them into undead. The soulless. This is a little bit of lore drop for you guys. Soulless are humans that are willingly converted into undead to serve the fallen lords, which is why they retain their intelligence. Sometimes they're bribed or tortured or whatever in order to convince them, but ultimately they agree to the process and they are willing participants in it for certain definitions of willing.
what Sebastian just heard is we have to capture them to harvest their poison.
Yeah, so their process exactly. Yeah, so their process of doing that pollutes their spirit, and so the actual form that they have is like the remains of their skeleton after it's endured the process, with the polluted spirit hovering about it, which is why they're like ghostly, but they're not entirely incorporeal because they're skeletons with this kind of miasma of like poisonous spiritual energy, and the miasma is the source of their poison. So they're actually like poisoning you with their spirit, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then let's do the global ones. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, mountains are bad place. Armies are bad places. Things to fight when.
Yeah, fighting an army is not a great experience. I'll take that. Okay, so everybody mark an experience point for that. Do we overcome an what's that?
There's like 20 of them versus me. I'm like,
Yeah. I do try to do extra bad stuff to you when you're like badly outnumbered. You got to keep that in mind. The ravine was a great move. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
If it was Jack, he would have just stomped into the army and said, "Out of my way."
Yeah, well, he's got AOE melee damage. So that's a little different.
It's really different.
Yeah.
I need spells for AoEs. Ooh.
We'll get there. Okay, sounds like we
I
didn't.
have to live long enough. Let's hope it. All right.
What do you guys think was the battle with your mid notable?
So far, it's been.
Yeah, I like Hilaris's. Even though we forced him into it, his stopping the fireball with his face.
I feel bad for doing that to him while he's not here, but it's just like this whole
Took half damage. He's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, the thing was like,
It fits his class and everything, though.
yeah,
So,
a little peek behind the curtain here. So this whole thing was orchestrated by Majoran because Majoran has the total codex, which means that he knows the future. So he knew that at this location, Hilaris was going to get the Sun Staff, and this whole battle was orchestrated to get the Sun Staff from him. So even though it like they kind of made it out to be like they're trying to kill the refugees, but actually he was the target all along. So I feel bad for doing that to him when he's not here, but it didn't make sense narratively to do it otherwise. Okay.
he's alive.
Yeah, he's fine. Okay. Okay, so everybody mark an experience point for overcoming a notable monster. And did we loot a memorable treasure? I don't think you guys really looted anything this time.
No, I didn't really get anything this time.
Not yet.
All right, that's it for tonight. Good game, guys.
All right.
Thank you for running.
Night, guys.
Yeah.
What do you
Thanks,
need
guys.
to get a level in with this one?
Rest.
Where do I?
Oh yeah, so you guys can, if you guys want, you can level up for next time
left.
because you'll have a chance to rest on the road to Myrkridia.
I'll have to look.
Okay. I'll have to look at what I need. Okay.
All right. Night, guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right. We're going to wrap up the stream there. I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow. If you're watching on Twitch or subscribe, it's free. If you're watching on YouTube, Zulu, thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Sorry, I didn't see your chat earlier. And I hope everybody has a good evening. Take care, folks.